Hey guys, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a quick spicy chicken chili slash soup. So you would start off with 2 chicken breasts cut up. It could be frozen or fresh or leftover, cut up in squares. Half of an onion, white or red. 3 garlics cut up. 1 can of roasted green diced chilies, a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of turmeric, green salsa of your choice. In this case I'm using homemade that I brought out of the freezer, and yes, you could freeze your salsa. You can use 1 to 2 cans or a half a bottle of your favorite green salsa. If not, check out the recipe on how I make my simple green salsa. Now these are roasted green chilies. We're going to put them in there with all the broth. And chicken broth of your choice. So let's get started. We have our oil heated in the pan. We have our chicken breast and our onion and our garlic ready to saute. And also, don't forget the beans. You can use canned beans or white beans, or you can use a mixture of any beans you want. In this case I have Great Northern beans already cooked. It's about 3 cups, and you can add as much beans and as much salsa as you want. Just make sure to balance it out. So here I have my pan, and we're gonna saute our chicken, our onion, and our garlic. Now it doesn't matter how much onion you put. You could put a lot, and it doesn't matter how much garlic. You could put a lot. I have 3.5. And then I have about 2 cups of chopped chicken. It could be leftover rotisserie. It could be fresh cut up. You're just going to fry it real good. So we're going to get that frying. And we're going to need a pinch of turmeric. Now turmeric is really good for you. If you can add it in little dishes, it doesn't really have a strong taste at all, but it's just really good for you. So we're going to season that with the turmeric, and it adds, other than all the health benefits, it adds a bunch of flavor. So about 1.5 teaspoons of turmeric. And we're letting that fry. About a tablespoon, or a little less than a tablespoon of chili powder. Ground cumin, about a tablespoon, because this is going to be the spice in there. If you don't like cumin, go ahead and reduce it to a half a tablespoon. But it's all going to mix in there nicely, and it's going to be a very spicy one. And again, I have the roasted green diced chilies. If you can't find the roasted one, just get the diced green chilies in the small can. And the chicken broth, it doesn't matter what kind you use. If you have fresh chicken and you just boiled it, just use that. That's always better. Let's see. We're gonna need cilantro and avocado for the garnish on top. Also, to cook it with just a little cilantro in there, it always makes a good flavor. So that's sauteing. So you have your chicken, your onions, and your garlic right here. And then I like to add corn to it. If you don't have corn, go ahead and add hominy. It will taste delicious. Get that really brown because it gives it a better flavor. And here I have my cooked Great Northern beans. You could use white kidney beans. If you don't have the white ones, use any kind of beans you want. Now I'm making a bigger pot, so I have a half a pot of leftover cooked beans, but you could use 3 cans of beans of your choice. And there's my onions, my garlic, and my chicken. They're getting brown. Now we are going to season it with cumin as well. It's better to cook the spices because then I think the flavors just get a lot better in there. Now you can add your fresh corn in here and just fry it along with that. Frozen corn works fine. The canned corn, you might want to add it after it's boiled. And if you add hominy, it would taste really, really good. It would be like a very spicy chicken stew. Okay. So we're just getting this real fried. We want it to caramelize down. Again, this is just all flavor right here. Hello. He wants some. You can add the diced chilies in the soup pot with the beans. If not, you can add it right here and fry it all together. Because I'm going to transfer this into my soup pot because I have homemade cooked beans. But if you didn't, you would be doing this in a pot and you would add your canned beans and drained, of course. What I'm not going to drain is going to be the roasted chilies. So this is pretty brown already. Look at that color because of the turmeric. We're going to add our roasted green diced chilies. And that's going to just make it good and spicy. Now if you don't have the roasted, go ahead and get the regular diced. And I have homemade salsa. Now the salsa is optional on what kind you want to use. If you have a favorite kind, go ahead and use as much of it as you want. You know, the more the spicier. I'm gonna add about 2 cups of salsa because I like it very spicy. I'm just gonna let all that cook together. And you can see how it's coming together real fine already. Just let that simmer for a little. Over here I have my oatmeal. Now that's already starting to look real good. Okay, now that's frying real good, coming to a boil. Then you're just going to add it to your pot. Now, I'm adding it to my bean pot because these are homemade cooked. If not, you would just add your beans straight to this. Look how good that looks, and it smells very good. You can see how good it's already looking. Now at this point, look at the color. It's already starting to come together. At this point, you want to add your chicken broth. And if you want hominy, go ahead and put the hominy. If you have some cilantro, put some cilantro in there. And you're going to add, I have 32 ounces of chicken broth. So if you want this more like a soup, add more chicken broth. Again, it could be fresh boiled chicken broth or chicken broth of your choice. And that's already looking delicious. And you can add all chicken broth, or you could add about half a cup of water. Now again, the salsa is optional. You can use jar salsa, you can use homemade salsa, and you could use as much as you want. Just taste the broth and adjust the salt to your taste. So that already looks really good. So you're just gonna add your cilantro and your cumin and salt to your taste, and maybe corn if you want. And that's it, you guys. Let it boil. And when you serve it, go ahead and add cilantro and avocado on the top. And it's going to be real delicious. And that's a simple green chili soup. Very spicy. It hasn't boiled yet, but it's already looking good. And I'm going to add my corn in there. And that's all. You can experiment with this. Add whatever beans you want. Add vegetables in here if you want. And that's all. Let it boil and serve and enjoy.